What's up, friends? Halloween may be over for this year, but there are still plenty of creepy characters to be covered here on Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk. This week, we're going to sneak a stare at the snakiest scoundrel in all of Turtledom. Don't turn your back on the serpentine scallywag named Scaletail. Scaletail is the belly-crawling bounty hunter contracted by Krang to take out the turtles. Aside from one Game Boy appearance, Scaletail never appeared in any other turtle media. His only backstory is that he hails from Dimension X, as opposed to being a mutated pet snake or something. Scaletail has got to be one of the most unique and fairly frightening figure sculpts I have ever come across. He's got yellow-green scales and kind of an amber color on his belly, his mouth, and the underside of his hood. Scaletail is way more than a mere run-of-the-mill cobra, though. For one thing, he's a giant snake with other snakes growing out of his body. His entire right arm is made up of 3 smaller and entangled snakes. It's pretty useless in a practical sense, as he can't really hold stuff with it so well, but aesthetically, it's too freaking rad. His left arm is a fully functional arm, though, with some sort of purple and orange armor piece equipped. On his torso, Scaletail has molded-on tattered clothing and bounty hunting equipment. There's an emblem of a scarab on his chest piece, which I'm guessing is a tie-in to ancient Egypt, of which both scarabs and asps are closely associated. I'm not sure what the winged piece at his base is actually supposed to be, but it's used to balance Scaletail when standing him up, as Scaletail has no legs. Instead, he has a totally terrifying tail, with other snakes slithering on it, as well as a sculpted-on gun. Arguably, his freakiest factor, though, is his face. He's got heinously hypnotic eyes, fearsome-looking fangs, and rather than the forked tongue common to most snakes, dude has a forked blaster coming out of his mouth. Scaletail has a whopping 9 points of articulation, which, keep in mind, was a lot at the time. He is mobile at his neck, both shoulders, left forearm, waist, and his fully flexible 4-jointed tail. Despite having no legs, Scaletail is pretty simple to stand up, as he easily balances on the base of his tail. On a softer surface, you may have to work with it a little, but not too much. Scaletail comes with several sadistic supplements with which to bag bounties. He can wear his belly-busting backpack, which you fit on by inserting the pegs into the 2 holes closest to his hood markings. For his firearms, Scaletail has his scale shooter and venom pistol. Only the pistol actually has a handle, but each gun has a clamp, enabling you to place them various places all over Scaletail's body. Finally, there's his wattage whip, which is an electrified lash with a rattlesnake's rattler on the end. I'll say it again, Scaletail is one intimidating looking figure. He's got a genuinely evil look to him, and a sculpt unlike any other. So, what's your take on Scaletail? Freaky figure, or am I just a wuss? Whatever your take is, join the forums at www.popculturenetwork.com and spew some venom at me. After you've spoken your mind, take a look around at everything else going on at Pop Culture Network. There are lots of great shows, podcasts, and articles on other toy lines, comics, wrestling, cartoons, and lots more. Pop Culture Network even has a super cool store that you can find a link to on either side of the main page. Every purchase you make there helps keep the Pop Culture Network ball rolling, so make sure you check it out. Visit www.radicalretro.com to catch up on or revisit past episodes of Radical Retro Turtle Toy Talk. And show up again next Monday for a brand new one. For now though, Scaletail and I are slithering out of here. Stay rad, all.